Are you familiar, by the way, with Liver King? How much do you know
No,
about him?
absolutely nothing.
Okay.
I looked it up before the stream a little bit, so I kind of saw the headlines, but that's pretty much all I know.
So this is the Liver King, and I've seen him around for probably a year. I've been aware of him personally. He's been on a lot of like YouTube channels that I watch, including H3 podcast. He's been on Danny Gonzalez's YouTube channel. He did not an expose, but like kind of like a, here's this weird guy on TikTok who's, out there. But his whole shtick is that first of all, his body is like very muscular. Like he's bulky. He's got like very defined abs, as you can see. He's got that like, the ancestral look to him. And that's his whole thing is like, okay, we're going to go back in time and do the things that our ancestors did. And that's the healthiest way to live. But because he's so bulky, he's so beefy, people have been speculating, and one person in particular who called him out early was Joe Rogan, who admittedly takes testosterone and I guess certain steroids. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know that for sure, but I think he's admitted, Joe Rogan has, to taking certain steroids through the years. And he said there's absolutely no way that this guy, the Liver King, is not on some sort of regimen of steroids. And he said that for a long time. But a lot of people believed the Liver King, that he wasn't lying, that he does just eat like cow testicles, and that's how he gets so big. But this YouTuber who is named More Plates, More Dates got some leaked emails, all this is alleged.
Whoa.
From the Liver King talking to his trainer about getting on the regiment, like switching up his regimen for the steroids.
Okay.
So basically, I think we should go back in time and look at, some of his old videos and see what his business model is, and then we can talk about what it all means if it's bullshit, which I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
It is.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. But here's his website. And basically, and he also just for everyone to know, there's a liver queen as well, which is his wife.
I love it when I see this. I think this is just, I'm not even being sarcastic. I love it when people have these, like, the try guys, the try wives, the Liver King, the Liver Queen. I love it. Love that they came up with these puns. They're excellent puns.
Why do you think you can't have a relationship outside of your business if you are an influencer this way? It seems like a disease. Like they cannot stay away. As soon as like one part of a partnership gets some sort of fame, the partner is a part of it immediately, or there's some sort of crossover.
I think, I think this, I don't know if it's often necessarily something that people plan, because I think oftentimes maybe they want to just kind of keep doing their own thing. But I noticed that couples, like the more they stay together, the more they are alike. So you kind of become like like super similar, like the same person, but like in different bodies. So I just wonder, and also with influencing and stuff, if you actually do have like followers like this guy, you probably make some money. So
yeah,
why not bring your family into it? And there's nepotism all around.
Yeah, why hire somebody to be talent when you can just have your wife or husband do it? Yeah, that makes sense to me. But it seems to be like as soon as your partner's involved, you have 6 months to 2 years of a career left, and then it's gonna be hitting the fan very shortly.
Oh God, is it a new partner?
Yeah, I guess the new partner comes through. The liver princess will be next. Okay, so this is his whole thing. Here's a quote from him. Every man, woman, and child has the right to be strong, healthy, and happy, autoimmune-free, eczema-free, allergy-free, fatigue-free, and so on. To live life with robust energy and biological resilience, to go from mere existence in life to discovering that which makes life worth living. Okay, that is the Liver King's, his beliefs, and he achieves all of that with 9 ancestral tenets. Okay, it's sleep, eat, move, shield, connect, cold, sun, fight, and bond. So if you just do that every single day, or pay attention to those 9 things, you'll be just like the Liver King. He forgot the 10th, which is testosterone and steroids use, but that's a not as big of a tenet, I guess, that he wants to discuss. Okay, so it says, the key to unlocking a robust, long life lies in our evolutionary past. Our DNA has evolved over 2.5 million years, and our bodies adapted in extreme conditions. The ways of our ancestors, the ways that Liver King has lived for the last 20 years, are better known as the 9 ancestral tenets. These tenets have been designed to bring out the best versions of ourselves by realigning our lifestyle, diet, and behaviors with a primal way of being.
Why is he calling himself the Liver King?
So, because he eats like raw livers a lot. So and that's a big part of his brand is that he eats, a lot of like balls, testicles raw. He'll eat livers raw.
Oh, is that okay? I think I've come across his TikToks.
Yeah. So here he is.
I think I've come because of the testicles. Yeah. Definitely. I've come across that. I didn't realize this was him. Okay, yikes.
This is a huge part of his success.
I have no words to explain how disgusted I am.
Yeah, so this one is, I don't even know what it is. Let's see. I'll play the audio. Liver King here. Oh, I hate that they always use music. He's eating something.
It's disgusting. I'm sorry. Why do you have to hold it like that?
Oh, it's the whole thing. That's the whole part of his success, I think. It's the over the top.
Use a fork?
No. It wouldn't have the same effect. This is what, algorithms love, this type of controversial content where it's like, what is this crazy guy doing? And he knows that. He's smart. He's a marketer for sure. And so he's like, the video doesn't work if I'm sitting there cutting it and like going, this is good. You need to have it big. He's got the big beard. He's got to be in fatigues. He's got to be screaming. But it works.
Yeah, it's so disgusting.
Yeah, this is,
I can't believe it.
Mongolian yak.
Just how he's holding it. It's like so disgusting. And also, can I just add? I mean, my knowledge on digestive tracts is very, very limited. However, I think our digestive systems have adapted to cooked food. We discovered fire a long time ago. Mm-hmm. This fire is not a new thing.
Apparently, going back in time is best for us. Forget the fire invention. Raw meat is king.
Okay. Yeah. No, I see what he means, and I understand the principle of, this is how we did it back in the day when we didn't have technology and we didn't have, so much processed foods, and I get it, mm-hmm. But I don't think it's either or. Like it's not like 2 million years ago or something versus just like processed foods or the food pill or something. Like there's just like healthy in between loads. Like it's very strange to me when I don't know. I guess it's just more like I find it disgusting that he's eating it raw.
Well, that's part of the gimmick, I think. It's just, I really do think it's a gimmick that, he's down to gross people out just for the clicks, which leads to sales in his pocket. That's my take.
This is something that really boggles me. Like I don't get it because if I see something like this, I'm scrolling past like as fast as I can. Yeah. It's not that I don't want to give him the view. I probably am intrigued, but I can't watch it. I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
So who are these people who love to watch this while being disgusted by it?
I think a lot of men like it. And he's got a desirable body shape, I think, for men that are into weightlifting and things. And so I think they think it's cool, maybe. I don't know. I think as a woman, I'm like, okay, I don't care what's going on here, but it is wacky. It is interesting in that weird, like, voyeuristic way of like, what this guy, like, it's almost like watching TLC, you know, like the weirdest shows, like My Strange Addiction. Like, I don't really want to watch someone eat a mattress, but like that little part of your brain that goes, but I need to just see what it looks like. I think works.
Eat a mattress? Is
Yeah.
that really a thing?
Yes. Have you ever
Oh,
seen that?
God.
You've never seen that show, My Strange Addiction?
No.
It's like I'm addicted to eating deodorant,
Ooh, okay.
snorting
Right.
chalk, whatever it
see.
may be.
I mean, you know, we are fascinated with like interesting things. We all need a little drama in our lives, you know, you got to get it
Yes.
somehow.
I don't get the
but-
guns. I really, you know, I don't get how is this what our ancestors did? Guns are pretty modern.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well, I
really
guess
sure
he
about
was
that.
like a hunter,
Yes.
you know. Yeah, he discussed way too much. But I wanted to say, because this is something that I have come across before, and I sent a link just now in the guest chat.
Oh.
Not exactly this. Let's make it clear. But you know, our fave here on this channel, Jordan Peterson,
Yes.
he's got a daughter,
Oh yeah.
Mikaela Peterson, and basically she has talked about having a carnivore diet. I don't think she means what this guy does.
No.
I think she might be cooking them. So that's
Yes.
a lot more tolerable. But even that to me feels like way too much meat.
Yeah, and it's just like meat and salt. I remember was her
Ugh, and
protocol.
salt. It's like, imagine how heavy that is. Like, that's just, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
But she talked about it. If you want, we can watch a little bit just to kind of
Yeah. I love it. TEDx
show
wouldn't post
another-
this.
yeah. Well, she is very controversial. She knows how to be controversial.
The best thing I love about her is that she dated Andrew Tate. That's how I found out about Andrew Tate. That was my first understanding of who that was. I was like, wait, Mikaela Peterson's boyfriend? And then he
The way I learned about her was through him. So I first knew about Andrew Tate, and then I found out that she went on a date with him in Romania, and then, you know, she was Jordan Peterson's daughter, and I was like, he has a daughter, and I'm like, okay. And then I went down the rabbit hole big time.
Interesting. But first, before we watch this, thank you to Mai, who asked a question. Where is he from? His accent is unique to me. I have no idea. That's a good question. I don't know where the Liver King is from. Let's see. Where do you think, Cam?
I don't even know what his
Austin,
accent is.
Texas. Well, he lives in Austin, Texas now.
Oh, okay.
Where's he from, though? San Antonio. So his accent is probably bullshit as well.
I mean, okay, I don't know, because like I've moved around, and my accent probably is I don't know, like a smoothie of accents.
I think he does. He tries to do that like, I am a warrior accent, which is like he made from nothing. It's just like what he believes, like, you know, the people in Braveheart sound like or something. I'm not sure. But good question.
Right.
Okay.
But I mean, but the guy in Braveheart is not Scottish. So,
True.
yeah,
Who's that,
been
Mel
mocked
Gibson?
a lot by the Scots.
Yeah. So maybe he's a tribe of unidentified Paleolithic warriors that
Yeah,
he's channeling.
this is how our ancestors talked because of the amount of raw meat they
Let me
ate.
know. I did a TEDx.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let's hear his voice for a second because I'm curious now. I gotta find one without like 100 musics behind him. Let's see this one.
Primals! And this is what Liver King is having for dinner today. But first, I couldn't be more grateful to know my fight, my unite, my purpose, my passion, where to point my energy, because people are living a life of hurt, hate, suffer, and struggle, and there's a better life to live, and it can be achieved through ancestral living. I couldn't be more grateful for some of the guys sitting on the couch, making reaction video, surfacing new information that's gonna lead to some goddamn good discussions. And so now this is what Liver King is having for dinner. I got lamb shanks. I got a whole feast protein shake. I got raw bone marrow, raw testicle, raw liver. This is called the King Special. If you can't do this, get yourself a ball of King to dominate in life. I got a skillet of kidney. I got carbs. I got tzatziki sauce. I got the Liver King bar. And this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
What?
can't. You can't be possibly saying that what you need to eat is raw meat, but also his vitamins or whatever the hell that is.
If you
Shake.
can't get a hold of some raw testicles tonight at your local grocery store, you can also order my fake ass supplements that are just the same thing for $9.95 online right now, delivered to your door. Yeah, I think that's the whole grift. It's like, make this lifestyle that's completely unattainable, pretend that it's really real, and then go, well, you can buy my protein bar, which is like just the same thing.
I can't believe that. Like, this is the most. How can you do that? How can you be holding that liver in like the previous video and just bite into that disgustingly like that, and then in the same vein just be like, my protein shake.
He's a salesman. I really think, and again, like everything he does, like even to the chair, is planned out in advance. I think they're very, very, very smart about what they do and how they present themselves. And I say they as in the whole family, because he's got sons too who have been a part of the content as well, where they're eating like raw livers and testicles and shit. They're like in their young teen, like early teens, and then the wife and all that. So I think they have a whole plan, and nothing that they do is like, just, for fun. Like they are really in the business of staying relevant, selling these products smartly, whether the ethics are not there, obviously, because it's a lie, because it's not even how he looks, and that's not what he's actually doing. But it's all very, very pre-planned to make the most profit possible.
Yeah. And this is a very interesting topic, because like before the explosion of platforms like Vine, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, etc., all you could see was movies, TV shows. Everything was produced, everything was planned, everything was acted, even the commercials, everything, absolutely everything. You knew, like, you go to the movies, you don't expect to see a real person's life.
Yeah.
Like selling you supplements. You expect the commercial for supplements, right?
But at least it's a
But then-
commercial. Yeah.
Yeah. And then social media comes, and now it's just kind of sort of become what the movies are. Everything's produced, everything's planned, everything's thought through, with this added element of, we now expect a real person who is authentic and honest about who they are, and like they don't lie, they don't leave things out, like. And this is interesting. This is an interesting development, and this happened so quick.
Yeah, I think this is like where we're at now, where it's harder to hide your past. I mean, this guy's a little bit older. I don't know how old he is, but I would assume like 45 maybe. Like, he probably didn't grow up in high school and his early 20s having social media. But nowadays, it's going to be hard, or in the next 20 years, it's going to be much harder to come out of nowhere and be like, I'm this person and I'm going to sell you this, and here's my authentic, Instagram page, because people can look you up like much faster and easier. So I think the era of a guy like this, coming up with this accent and coming up with this whole shtick that like, I've been doing this for 20 years, like we can't really fact check that necessarily. So I think it works for now, where you can create your persona, and if you're smart and savvy, do this type of thing. But I don't think it'll last forever. You can't, because it'll be too difficult to hide the truth.
Yeah, and this is the way this looks. This lighting in this. There's like
it's produced.
set design. This is a commercial, and
There's a script. There's a way that the camera's going to
Yeah.
pan. There's a way that the product is shown. This is not a married couple
This
just
is
like,
color graded.
yeah, just
There's
screwing
color
around.
grading in this. Look at those colors in the back.
Yeah.
Those colors have been graded.
That's beautiful. It looks great.
It's gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's nothing seems like, I don't know, it looks so nice and aesthetic for the eye. If you just happen to have a table in the middle of a forest,
Yep. They probably have a
yeah,
crew.
I don't know if it would look quite this nice.
No.
It's very interesting, but I feel like we're going back to the origins of just having everything produced and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's kind of a shame. I don't know. It makes me feel sad because I think part of the reason why social media grew so fast and it went, like it became an industry overnight, pretty much. I mean, not overnight. It took a decade, but
Yeah.
very fast in the grand scheme of things. It's because of that element of vulnerability, and this is a real person, and they're talking about their life, and I think going back, it's kind of we're gonna miss out on it, and something else will have to happen and give us that.
Well, I think it's the
Vulnerability, yeah.
algorithm's fault. It prioritizes certain things for certain reasons, and I think that the highly produced videos, the ones that appear, I think the ones that appear real but are actually secretly highly produced are the ones that do the best because it still has that element of authenticity, but it has all of the tenets of a good video that is, psychologically enticing. It's quick, it's fast, it's colored nice, it's, getting the product on, it's, to the point, whatever. So I think it's even a problem with the technology now that someone's ramblings that normally, like before the algorithms were very advanced, might get across your feed. But now, because it is so like rapid fire, it knows exactly what you will be interested in. Now you can manipulate it by doing stuff like this.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like technology needs to catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
What
I
else?
it couldn't catch up fast enough.
No, I know.
If you ask me, because
Agreed.
I'm this close.
You're that close to the edge.
Yeah.
Here's more accent of Liver King.
Primals. In honor of my inner circle tribe traveling to Liver King Ranch, and to honor and express my own genetic fitness, I'm going to parlay my 24-hour fast into a 48-hour fast to honor the sacrifice, to honor the struggle of our early ancestors, and to feast like a king when it comes to Wednesday and Thursday. So this is what Liver King is having for dinner today. I have maybe an ounce of Redmond sea salt. And that is what Liver King is having for dinner today. Liver King, out. Primals.
Look at the sky. He talks in the third person also, obviously.
He eats sea salt for dinner.
I guess he's on a fast.
Primals.
Here's another one. This is another example of like, look how produced this is. You got the full pig. You got all the dishes. He's got the fox hat on. He's got his throne. This is not, again, another not produced piece.
Need to know how hard Liver King Chef Lionel works on Thanksgiving.
I'm Liver King Chef Lionel, and for Thanksgiving, Liver King requested a turducken, which is going to be a chicken stuffed inside a duck, which is stuffed inside a turkey.
Poor
But
guy.
of course, for Liver King, we took it up a notch. We're going to have a turkey stuffed inside a goat, stuffed inside a pig. We smoked that for 10 hours, so you know it's going to be very flavorful and very soft. With every dinner, we're going to have our liver, testicles, and bone marrow because that's when you need to kick ass in life. We also have some stuffed testicles. These are the membranes of the testicles stuffed with some really primal goodness. We're gonna have some mashed sweet potatoes, regular mashed potatoes, and of course some cranberry sauce. And of course you can't have a Thanksgiving feast without some primal stuffing. And to bring everything together, we have a tzatziki sauce.
Semen.
That's what we're having for dinner tonight. Liver King Chef Lionel, out.
I'm sorry.
Primals need to know.
I'm sorry. Is this a chef? And is that cooked food or?
Yeah, I guess that's cooked. He's got some raw stuff, but he's also allowed to cook, I guess. Some stuff.
Right. So
he also does a lot of fitness stuff, obviously. if you couldn't believe it.
yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like he's inconsistent with his values. Is it better raw, or is it better to have a chef that cooks for you?
Or is it better to eat his protein instead of anything?
Or
else?
just buy the protein and don't even care
Yeah.
if you eat it.
Yeah.
Just buy it.
Just
In
buy
fact,
it.
buy it and don't eat it because it's probably bad for you.
Yeah. Just put it. We don't care if you eat it or not. Just buy it. That's what we really care about. Here's the wife.
I believe that men and women are not created equal. That's why a man is called a man and a woman is called a woman. I believe that we are complementary opposites. I believe that men are purpose-built for physical strength, to fight, to provide, and to protect for our complementary opposites. I believe that a woman is purpose-built for social and emotional strength, to caretake, to compassion make, to nurture, and to nourish for her complementary opposite and her respective tribe.
Okay, whatever. So yeah, that's sort of also his take on things like traditional gender roles are very important, and we should go back to that as well.
I mean, I didn't expect any less of him.
Yeah, that's sort of.
Can't be in here without your shirt
Oh,
on.
God.
Have a shirt.
You know what? Somebody said that earlier. You might not know this. I'm actually wearing a muscle shirt. So I got a shirt and I got shoes. Just doing some
So
shopping.
he just does
Is that
gimmicks
okay?
all day.
If you don't mind, we're gonna have to ask you to.
It's all gimmicks. Like everything's a gimmick. Like, okay, let's walk through the fucking Mojave Desert and talk about gender roles. Let's go on a horse through the, like they have like they're like, okay, let's brainstorm and let's have the throne with all the stuff and we'll have the chef come in and show the testicles. Like I just feel again like if you look at I looked at this before and I was like, yeah, this is a scheme. This is not people living the actual lifestyle. It's all about presenting it in a very engaging way on social media. These people aren't living an ancestral lifestyle. There's no way.
This is making me think this is a TV show.
The Nathan,
No, I'm serious.
Nathan
Like,
Fielder.
It makes me think there's a production company behind it that's making these.
You might be right. Or unless like they have
These like a character, because like you could pitch a TV show and be like, we're gonna have this character and it's gonna do this, and technically originally you would have pitched to like broadcasters and stuff, but now maybe you can pitch to like people, be like, listen,
Yeah.
we want to do this.
direct
with
to
you.
consumer reality TV. What an interesting concept. That's a great theory.
But like there's no way he did this, because like he's not there calling Tesco and being like, hey, can I walk with my horse in your like
Yeah, somebody's
You
doing
know
it
what I
for
mean?
him. Yeah.
somebody's like planning this, somebody's talking to the managers, being like, here's how much we'll pay you to let us like walk with the horse for 5 minutes in the store. Like, there's no way that they would just let a horse in the store like that. Like,
Yeah, there's some corporate agreements going on. Yeah, but like everything is like this is thought out. Like, okay, let's go on the roller coaster. I won't smile. I'll just sit there and do it. Like someone is coordinating all of this and like allowing him to have no shirt on and have a fox hat on, and there's some sort of
why is the hat not flying off?
his ancestral powers, I guess.
What, they've sewed it onto his hair.
Yeah, apparently so. One more.
Primals, this is what Liver King gets to feast on for his Friday happy hour dinner, being nourished in the most prolific way with his inner circle tribe. And yes, I'm going to start with Liver with breakfast, lunch, and dinner because Liver is
Product
king.
in the background.
Of course.
the real product.
Placement.
Yeah, product
Called
placement.
product placement. It pays money.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's your
gonna have-
product and you're an
Even
influencer,
better.
then you make sales. So you kind of, you don't even get a cut. You get the whole
The whole
pie.
shebang, the whole hog. How much do you think he claims to have made in 1 year with this whole shtick?
Ooh, I want to say that he brags. So I want to say that he's going to say he makes a lot.
How much do you think? Number.
Oh, it's hard with influencers because sometimes they're paid like a lot. No idea. Should I say like 1 million?
Would you be surprised if he said 100 million? That's what he claims.
What?
He claims to make $100 million a year with this business.
From TikTok.
Well, I think it's the supplements. It's the come to my ranch and do a class with me. I think it's the YouTube, AdSense must be something. Probably some TikTok. And I don't know what else. Let's see. But here's all of his, you can have a meal plan. I don't know if this is free or what. He's got meal plans. He's got, it's kind of a nice website. But again, like very advanced website.
Yeah, the website is great. Yeah.
Nice and well put together. Very advanced, not very ancestral of them to have such a great website.
I just don't understand what people would be paying for if they get like, they want to pay for like the recipes or the meal plan, because it seems to be pretty straightforward. Just go get raw meat and eat it.
Yeah, but also get his.
But also, here's $100 course on how to buy raw meat.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I guess the whole feast is, I don't know if it's his company. This is the part I'm unsure about. I mean, this is the one he's showing off. Yeah, I guess this is his company. So I guess through this company, the whole feast, this is how he's making $100 million. Even though it's all based on a lie.
I don't know what to think about this. I feel like these kind of businesses, like influencer businesses that work this well,
yeah,
they are not like a one-man band or like,
can't be.
Yeah,
can't be. He's not doing this by
you
himself.
can't do it. Like
his job is to be the spokesperson of this, to be the character.
He's the character. Yeah,
yeah, and it worked very well. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about who he is, and this is his family, so they'll often do family, vlogging type stuff where the kids are involved and all that. So I'm already against that, obviously, as I've said many times before. Leave your kids off the internet. But yeah, it's become a family thing as well. So let's watch the expose. Now, this video was posted 2 days ago on the 28th, or three days ago, and it's got 2.1 million views already. And basically now on the Liver King's, he hasn't, since it posted, he has not addressed the video directly. He did give a quote to Rolling Stone magazine, who wrote an article already about it, and they asked him about like something, and then I'll bring it up. But basically his response was like, my only goal in life is to prevent suicide. It's like, what?
Okay.
Right. So, okay. But he hasn't done anything on his Instagram or anything. But a lot of the comments are, you should address the controversy, respond to the controversy, here for the comments. Your lack of response is a subprimal. Address the issue. Be honest. Lying is subprimal. So people are sort of trying to hold him responsible as he continues to post, his basic, very, I think, strategic content. So,
yeah,
interesting. So it's making a difference, I think, at least. And we're not going to watch the whole hour, obviously, but let's just go a little bit. It kind of gives you a good overview of things.
Leaked emails, blood test results, and a full steroid cycle breakdown. That's what we're going to be getting into in this video, and it is shocking to say the least. Before we do, though, it only feels fitting to go back to the beginning, because this very much feels like a story that has come full circle for us on this channel, and do it the justice it deserves by fleshing it out from inception. When I first noticed the Liver King, he had 1% of the following he does now across all platforms, if that. And within a year, he has managed to build a fan base of millions of followers and has been on several of the biggest podcasts in the world, echoing his message to the masses. His message centers around 9 core ancestral tenets, which have remained the cornerstone of his content since day one. Sleep, eat, move, shield, connect, cold, sun, fight, and bond. And apparently there's a 10th one he sometimes likes to throw in there, which is fun. Liver King believes the modern world has made men soft, and it's his duty to empower the masses to become jacked, high testosterone, metabolically and cognitively peak primals with a higher quality of life, and to inspire change and achieve this and be maximum impact. He does it through as viral of content as possible. He walks the walk and shows off the polar extreme of ancestral living, which includes being shirtless essentially in perpetuity, doing hard shit constantly via heavy weight training, and unorthodox, difficult fitness challenges, as well as showing off the ancestrally consistent meat and organs he eats huge quantities of, and this includes heart, raw testicles, liver, etc., and flying around the world to share his beliefs about health and vitality whenever he gets the chance. I saw Liver King's content for the first time in September last year, shortly after he started his social media push. I think his first post was August 2021, if I'm not mistaken. I started getting tagged more and more on his content when people started noticing he was implying heavily that his physique was achieved solely by following the 9 ancestral tenets and was not enhanced with steroids or any exogenous hormones or PEDs.
Have you seen that bloke that eats just the raw?
No, that's a gimmick, that guy.
It just looks ridiculous.
Let me
He's
tell you
got a
something.
plate of hearts and it just looks weird.
He's got an ass filled with steroids is what he's got.
Yeah, he should have a big
that is
plate of
not-
steroids next to it.
That is not a natural body.
Of course it's not.
That guy is...
I gotta say, I do appreciate Joe Rogan's take here. I mean, he's not really ever afraid to like say whatever he's thinking, which can lead to bad takes. But in this case, like, I think he had every reason to go along with it because it's like, oh, well, who knows? Like, the guy's telling the truth. He might as well like, get him on the show and talk to him. And he's like, nah, this guy's a gimmick. And that's my take on it too. So I'm like, okay, it feels nice to be validated.
Yeah.
By someone who would know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I never thought that Joe Rogan is an idiot. I think he's very smart. I don't know much about him, to be honest.
Yeah, the thing with I used to really like Joe Rogan and his podcast because I liked how long it was. Like he was like one of the first people to do I shouldn't say that, the first successful person to do like 3-hour podcast episodes. And I was very impressed by that and like his knowledge on certain things. Like even when he was talking about conspiracy theories, he would still know like where it came from and things. And it made for interesting content. I started really disliking him when he had Alex Jones on twice and didn't confront him head on about the Sandy Hook stuff. And I felt like he lost integrity for me there. But and then COVID obviously went right downhill for me as well. But he's done like decent interviews, I think, in the past. So that's my take on him. Just to wrap this part up of the stream, let me read this article about the allegations. So apparently he's spending $11,000 a month on steroids, which is sort of shocking, but also not. The guy's bulky, man.
Hell?
It costs $1,000 per ab. So I don't know.
We are looking at a multi-million-dollar
Body.
man right now.
Yeah, literally. His real name is Brian Johnson. So, larger than life bodybuilder Brian Johnson, dubbed the Liver King, allegedly has a secret to his impeccable physique: steroids. Ooh, so secretive. Johnson, who rose to fame after claiming he lives an ancestral lifestyle that includes eating raw liver, was outed by a fellow bodybuilder who claimed to have evidence of Johnson's steroid use, as seen in leaked emails allegedly sent by Johnson. The father of 2 has been posting to Instagram since August 2021. That's crazy. He just started then. That's nuts.
Wow.
Amassing over 1.7 million followers and swearing that his intense workouts and eating as a modern caveman are the secret to how he's achieved and maintained his ripped body. Johnson, who has posted videos showing him chowing down on raw animal liver, protein shakes, egg yolks, and bone marrow, claims his body is 100% natural and has staunchly denied steroid use. Johnson has been accused of using performance-enhancing drugs by a YouTuber who simply goes by Derek, whose channel, More Plates, More Dates, is dedicated to speculating whether bodybuilders are natty or not, which is natural or not, meaning naturally ripped or using steroids. In the hour-long video, which has exceeded 1.68 million views, which is now up to 2 million plus, Derek shows emails he claims Johnson sent to an unnamed coach in 2021, in which the muscle man allegedly shares his goals to build his Liver King brand and admits to spending spending $11,000 on the figure-enhancing drugs. YouTube commenters ridiculed Johnson after seeing the details revealed in the video. Hopefully this is a watershed moment for the fitness industry and will lead to greater transparency, one person wrote, while another added, man, it's great to see it finally made perfectly clear that what we all knew was true. I feel bad for the few people who believed he was natty. This was bound to happen, another agreed. I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did. In an Instagram video depicting a workout that Johnson posted on Monday, detractors alluded to the revelations, with one noting, must be nice to spend $15,000 a month on drugs, and another added, better not turn your Wi-Fi off tonight, bro. You and your team have some damage control to work on. While I do believe what you preach in general, you should have just been honest, man. Johnson had previously addressed allegations about using performance-enhancing drugs bluntly, but cheekily telling a Barstool Sports podcast, I'll be honest, I take PEDs. I prioritize, execute, and dominate every fucking morning. When approached by Rolling Stone, Johnson said he was grateful for the video. Quote, in a weird way, I'm grateful for the recent events that have shed light on this complicated as fuck topic, Johnson wrote in an email to the publication, although he apparently did not address the latest steroid allegations or whether the emails were real. The Post has reached out to Derek and Johnson for comment. There you go.
Right. Okay, so developing story. I guess we'll have to find out next week.
On Cringe-Fluencers.
Oh.